Shalom, brothers. I want to give all glory and praises to Yahawah and double honors to the elders of the apostles of GMS. And to all you brothers out there as well. Double honor to you all brothers as well, you know. Blessings. Right? And we're here once more on the street, you know, to condemn the so-called white man, you know. Because these damn devils now, since you see that we are coming out and the truth is being spread now, the great face falling upon them, right? Just like how the scriptures say, right? So it is a good thing, you know. Right. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, right? And the people that you see on the side are the real Israelites according to the Bible. They are God's chosen people who you heathen in slavery. Alright? And y'all gonna pay for that. Because these are God's chosen people. Alright? Y'all think you could just put your hands on the Lord's saints and get away with it? Y'all got something coming. Very big that's coming. A nuclear missile is what's coming in y'all head. Right? Right, because right now things are steaming up, right? What's going on is that you can see that there's so much going on right now, but people is not seeing like the chess game, right? Because Putin, you know, he's flying planes, you know, around Europe, intimidating Europe, you know, to see what America's gonna do about it. You know, he's going with his submarines in different parts of, I think in England or Ireland, Ireland or around them area, Ireland, you know. And he's going in with his submarine, you know, because his submarines, they can't be, the Putin submarine, they can't be detected, you know. So this thing is getting closer now, right? This thing is getting very closer, right? This society is going to come to an end very soon, right? All this bullshit that's going on in this world is going to come to an end very soon. Right, so when we go to Revelations 11 and 11, and it says, and it says, Revelation 11 and 11, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life of the Most High entered into them, and they stood up upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, right? And that's talking about we brothers, since after slavery, which is it says, and let me break it down now. It says, and after 3 days and a half, right? So basically, after 350 years, right, or 360 now, you understand, till now. Basically, we've been waking up to who we be, right now, because we're living at the end time. Because back then we didn't know who we were. We wasn't allowed to read the Bible. Now we can read it, right? It wasn't as free as now before, you know. Back then it was hardcore slavery, especially here in Europe. Because in Europe they had you know, they took down the Moors, the Israelites that were here, and brought them to the Caribbean and Jamaica and different parts of Suriname, you know, and then places, right? So it says after 3 days and a half, after 360 years, but right now we surpassed that, right? Because you gotta also look at the 10 tribes as well. They were also brought in into bondage by the so-called crusader Christopher Columbus, and then they were enslaved, and they were taken also to Europe, and they were paraded in Europe, right? And they left the Native Americans then with smallpox, right? And they end up killing the population while they was up here. While they came up here with the Indians, then they went back to the Caribbean again, and then start killing everybody and robbing everything, right, and colonizing. So this white man got a lot to pay, for me. Right, so it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. It says, of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood up upon their feet. Great fear fell upon them which saw them. So basically, how we standing up our feet? Because right now we are all over the world, you know, preaching this gospel, right? And that's the fear that is upon the so-called white man, right? Because he's seeing us on YouTube, he's blocking all the videos, he's deleting all the videos. It's for a reason he's doing it. You understand? It's for a reason the devil does it. Because he knows this is the truth. Otherwise he would not be blocking and deleting our videos. You understand? So, let me see if I got something to pass. Salaki, I'm looking for something, huh? Right, and there's the Most High, right? He's sending us here, right, in the midst of these valleys, right? Because our people, they are scattered around this, all over the world, right? So we have to use the board, right, to yeah, this is the after Israelite, huh? We have to the Lord told us to take this board and write the 12 tribes, the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel, and make them one in thy hand, right? And it shall be before their eyes, right? Because it says here, it says Ezekiel 37 and 1, and it says, the hands of the Lord was upon me, and carried me in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valleys, which was full of bones. Right, so we're right here in the midst of these valleys. This is the valleys, the streets, right? All these valleys, you see, you can go in, you can go out, you can go shopping, right? These are valleys, right? Set me in the midst of the valleys, which are full of bones. These people all represent the bone, right? All these people represent the bone, actually, because either way, they're still gonna find out their nationality, because they're not white, they're not Chinese, they're not, no, you're Moabite, you're Edomite, you're Ishmaelite, you understand? So basically, this people also, this dry bones represents also the people as well. It says in the book of Ezekiel 25:25, I think, it says that he shall uncover in this mountain the covering cast that is, and the veil that is spread over all people, right? Which is their nationality, right? So it says, Ezekiel 37:1, the hands of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit, right, of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, right? In reality, the bones represent the Israelites, and caused me to pass by them round about, right? And the valley also is, like I said, the streets, right? And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. Right, because none of you people here, right, because none of you people here know y'all true nationality. Y'all thinking that y'all some damn white man, y'all some damn Chinese, y'all some damn Africans. Y'all don't even know y'all biblical nationality. Y'all don't even know y'all history. Y'all are just dead sheep, walking sheep to the slaughter, right? And caused me to pass round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry, right? Because they don't know their nationality, they don't know who they are. You ask the so-called white man what's his nationality, he's going to tell you he's a European. That's not your biblical nationality. Hello. Right? Heb je vragen? Die zijn die echte Israëlieten. Die zijn die echte Israëlieten. Ja, die mensen die worden gebracht in slavernij naar Amerika. Kan je over die slavernij, die mensen die worden gepakt in Afrika en Amerika gepresteerd? Die Afrikanen, deze mensen worden niet Afrikanen, deze mensen worden de echte kinderen van Israël. Oké? Die mensen die zijn nooit Israël, zijn niet de echte Joden. Die zijn nep. Snap je? Ze hebben die lang gestolen, die afgegeven. Ook de moslims die dit staat, die zijn daar ook, en die zijn ook niet de echte mensen. Ze vechten van Allah, maar niet van één van die twee is Amma, is de eigenaar van die land. Snap je? De eigenaar van die land zijn deze mensen die worden naar Amerika gebracht. De echte kinderen van Israël, die hebben met Mozes door de rode zee gelopen. Deze zijn, de echte mensen zijn donkere mensen, ze zijn zwarte mensen, ze zijn verschillende bruine mensen. Kan je over de Illuminati? In the Bible, you know. So basically, none of my interests, you know. So like I was saying, right? It says Ezekiel 37 and 3, right? And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest. So the Lord asked him, can these people live? Right? Could they wake up to the true nationality? I say, oh Lord, only you know, you understand? Because that's why we are here to set only to the elect, because not all is going to be woken up. Right? Only the 1/3 and 144,000 that's going to be woken up to who they really are. Right? Now here it's talking about literally for the Israelites. It says, I will cause breath to enter into you and you shall live. And what's that breath that's going to enter into you? It's going to be your nationality. Right? Because once you find out that you're Israelite, you're God's chosen people. Right? That we ruled the world before, you understand? That we're going to receive spiritual power. That we're going to have this nation in slavery. Right? So basically, and to know that we're going to be just not Superman. You understand? Superhuman, you understand? We're going to have spiritual power. And we're going to get back we're going to get vengeance from these heathens. Right? For what they have done to our family, to our people, you know? Thus said the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live, which is your nationality. And I will lay sinews upon you, and bring flesh unto you. And I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin. Right? So that sinew is talking about their nationality, that they're Israelites. Right? That's the sinews. And I will bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live. Right? And the Lord is going to put knowledge in us, right? Which is the law, statutes, and commandments that we have to keep to the best of our ability. Right? And I will put breath in you, and you shall live.